Give it a couple seconds. You should be good.
The Nintendo Shack is back. Welcome to Play Some Video Games, Nintendo Shack. I am Jason. Joined with me, almost always, when I'm here, Mr. Donnie Reese.
Greetings, Koopalings.
Greetings, Koopalings. We are thrilled to have you here because we've got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
We've got newsworthy stuff going down on the Shack. This is a proud, very proud part of the Play Some Video Games podcast network. We're recording on the 11th of January, 2018. And guess what? We had a mini direct today.
Yeah, we did.
We had a mini direct today.
Finally.
Can you believe it?
After all the hype and all the hoopla, and there was a lot of hype and hoopla, we finally got it.
We finally got it. And I tell you what, I've said this. We'll get into it more. I've said this already, but watching the internet collectively fall apart, come back together, fall apart, and then, that was more fun than the direct. So all of itself, I thought.
We kind of talked about it last night on the PSVG pod, and I know, or not even kind of, I talked about it quite a bit, actually, because that's all I did yesterday. All I did yesterday was stoke the internet. I found people that were like, hey, we're going to get Smash and Metroid. I was like, yep, it's all going to be out next week. And then the other people that are like, it's going to be terrible. I was like, yep, you remember that direct when they showed Ultra Smash? Like, I love it. I love Nintendo fans. Like, the creativity, I like it when people are, I love all of it.
Yeah.
It got even better.
I'm repping today too.
There you are. It got even better this morning though, when I woke up about 8:05, and do the same thing I do every morning. I'm off, so if anybody's like, "Why is he to work?" I'm off, and I look at my phone, and it's just a cascade of, oh, the direct's only going to be 15 minutes. It's going to be terrible. I bet it's nothing but nindies. I hate this thing. I hate Nintendo. Prepare for the worst. I just kept retweeting. Everybody's like, you really need to check your expectations. I'm going into this low. And it was like all the same people that yesterday were like, I'm so excited. Do the direct now.
Oh.
So that was great stuff. That was good fun. Good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, that's the approach you have to take with something like this. You can't get all wrapped up into it. You got to stay lighthearted. You got to temper your expectations. You got to,
I think by living vicariously through all my expectations, like I don't have any, because I'm like, wow, there are all these people that are expecting this and that and this, and I'm just kind of like, any of these things could happen. That's my approach. But I like poking people on Twitter.
I think that's a good angle to take with it. So let's see, Donnie, help me. Let's go back. Help refresh my memory. What was who? I don't remember who specifically, but how was the official leak? The first leak that kind of pointed to a direct today was what that. Which country's site? I can't remember. It was it's not Ukraine, but it was some. I can't remember if it was a European or if it was some Norwegian country.
I don't even remember anymore.
There was some random website.
Yeah.
Or this one random branch Nintendo claimed that there was like a video, or they had either a direct placeholder. There was something along that lines. Right. I can't remember.
We saw placeholders go up.
Yeah, internet, feel free to roast me on this. So we saw a placeholder go up, and everyone's like, "Oh, strap into my seats. There's a direct coming, January 11th. I can't believe it. We're gonna have a direct. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I can't believe it. This is great." And then it just kept building momentum and snowballing from there.
Because Nintendo never said anything.
No, and then like all of a sudden you talked about it. All of a sudden, what hit? We had Amazon listings go up.
Yep.
Switch game 12,
25.
Switch game 13. Switch game 25, and you pre-ordered. You jumped on.
I did.
I remember you're like, "Hey, who's with me? Rolling the dice. Let's get some pre-orders. Which one do you want?
Let's do it.
25, 26. Let's go. 27. Take it.
Bingo.
Let's do it." So we had all these, and then we had like random trademark filings go out too, or copyright filings or whatever. Like 1080 snowboarding was one that went up just a couple days ago.
GameStop had listings go up a few days ago.
GameStop had listings. So we had all this stuff happen. Nintendo's just like,
Nintendo
Mr.
says
Burns.
nothing. Exactly. Nintendo says nothing. It's actually one of the first things that I wanted to address before we even break it down is they didn't tweet at us, but I saw them tweet at a friend of ours. And I won't name names. But they said, I'm so let down with this Direct. I was hoping for so much more. They really overhyped this. And it's like, did they? Or did we or you? Because Nintendo didn't hype anything. As a matter of fact, they didn't even say anything. The most they did was tweet out an image of Chibi Robo. Like that's all they've done. So it's just, you could say lower your expectations. I don't really care. I like the people that dream big and, that want the moon. I think it's fun. I think that's why, predictions and things like that are always fun. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show when you start, if you've got those people you believe in, right? Those personalities, those Twitter accounts, they've never been wrong. 9 out of 10 times they're right every time. Sometimes you really don't know. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. So.
I love it. I love it, though. It was just.
There's nothing like a Nintendo Direct, man. It's a magical moment. Magical time.
Yeah. It's just funny the power that Nintendo has to collectively get people to go crazy. I find. And
it's because of those high expectations. That's what I was saying last night on the PSVG podcast. There are other companies that could say, hey, we're doing a briefing. And I don't mean any disrespect. People get excited for like PSX and Gamescom. I do. Like I stream them and I watch them. But it's not the same. It's really not. And I know I'm saying that as because I'm biased as a Nintendo fan, but like my Twitter feeds are not the same. Like the rest of the internet doesn't behave the same. And I think it's because to the Nintendo fan, when a Nintendo Direct is rumored, remember Nintendo didn't even say anything. They just put it out there. Like the rumor of a Nintendo Direct had all kinds of people making YouTube videos and predicting what it could be and all that, It's just it's because of those high expectations. It's because people, I don't know, nostalgia, I don't know. People are so entwined into their character, their stable of characters, like their mind just starts to wander. So I love it. It's the best part about being a Nintendo fan. It's like being a Browns fan. The best part about being a Browns fan is belonging to Browns fans. The best part about being a Nintendo fan is being able to relate and talk to other Nintendo fans. It's the best part.
I don't know if I can tell you the best part about being a Lions fan. I mean, there's
Matthew Stafford.
That's about it. Big money Matthew Stafford.
Anyway, let's get into it.
All right, so we are going to break down the Direct, give our thoughts on it. If you haven't yet and you want to, Donnie has a nice little live stream reaction of the Direct. So feel free if you want to give that a watch, comment, thumbs up. We'd like it. We appreciate it. You should subscribe. If you're watching this now, you're already on a YouTube channel, so you should probably just check that out as well. Chaffee's in the house.
Yeah.
Why aren't you in the house? It's a good house. The shack, it's been upgraded over the years. Nintendo's got money. We've got, 4 walls now. Roof doesn't leak.
Fastest selling console in France. I saw that tweet earlier.
Le magnifique.
It's like, how many more of these country tweets are we going to get before?
Gosh. A few more. All right. So with no fanfare, no announcement, it was just it's on their YouTube channel. It was there. Wasn't live streamed. It was already pre-recorded. And that was the best part, because we had all this Twitter trolling that took place prior, and then boom, it hit. Yep. And it was great. I love the stealth drop.
Because felt like, to me, like I posted in our Discord chat, I was like, it's up. Here's the link. It felt like at that time everybody was still talking about the rumor. Like nobody had actually realized that it was up yet. Or if you or Kevin you were already watching it. Because like seconds before I put that up, we were talking about the Dark Souls rumor, and Kotaku's were like, everybody's just like, I wonder if it's going to happen today. And all of a sudden I was like, it's up. Here it is.
Yeah, you're like, it's here. And then I look and I think Wario64 had posted, and I was like, it's happening. It's Christmas morning. Let's go. So it starts right off. I think they even mentioned what it mentioned a 3DS or
DS.
DS. That's what I thought. DS game, blah, blah, blah. So they started off with The World Ends With You from the Nintendo DS getting ported to Switch. has touchscreen or traditional controls,
Mm-hmm.
and include a sizable new scenario. Did not have a release date yet. It is coming in 2018. I don't know anything about this game other than I know Ryan Black from Nintendo Nostalgia likes it.
Ooh.
I don't know much else about The World Ends With You.
Kevin played it and he likes it, so that goes a long way. I never played it. I never owned a DS.
Does he jazz punk like it, or
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to hold that. I do. Here's what I know about it. I know of the game. I knew of the game before today. I've seen reviews and stuff about it. I've seen it on people's lists various times. It is a critically acclaimed game. It has a lot of very high review scores. I've never played it though. I was interested because I watched some gameplay after the direct today, and I'm interested to see like the dual screen adaptation. I presume that just both characters on the screen, based on what we saw in the direct, that's basically what it looked like. But it's a stylish game. Looks like some sort of rhythm action RPG. In the gameplay that I watched, very, very text heavy. Lots of text. Now maybe it's good text. I don't know. I didn't sit there and read it, but I saw lots and lots of text bubbles. So that's about it. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not my cup of tea, just based on the art style and the kind of the scope of the game. Just, I don't think it's for me. But for people that have missed on it, or people that want to play it again that don't want to play a DS, I mean, I have one that's just sitting back there behind me collecting dust on with that little bookshelf. So why not? Why not port it? Make some money. That's the I think the 2018 theme of the Nintendo Switch. Let's have some ports. But hey, it's a good way, interesting way to start the direct. Move right along. Pokken Tournament DX DLC coming. We got 2 waves. Wave 1 in January 31st. Wave 2 March 23rd, which is giving us what, new characters. Let's see.
You get 2 new characters and 4 new supports.
All right.
So
we got
Alistair at Saint DX Alistair tweeted at us, and he says, "I want to hear about those new and awesome Pokken tournament updates." So we're
I'm the worst person to bring it to you, Alistair.
We're gonna give you some. I actually kind of made fun of it on the live stream. I was like, "All right, well, Pokken's getting new folks," and then I'll even forget now. The blade that they showed was the first character, and I was like, well, nobody really cares about that one. And then they had Rayquaza, and I was like, well, that's the one, but it's a support character. And then they showed Blastoise, which is the other playable character that's coming, and I was like, okay, well, 2 new characters for a game that could probably use a jump in the arm. Like, I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about it, playing it. You know, it's a port of an old game, and it was an old game. It wasn't really too highly thought of anyway. So I was just like, well, at least they're getting something. And then they were like, and you can buy it. And I was like, you have to pay for that? Like, I literally said live stream. I was like, we have to pay for this? We have to pay for the 2 characters? So I wasn't overwhelmed or impressed, but my son was. My son was. He'd kind of forgotten about Pokemon, and I never really got it because he's been playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. And when we watched it this afternoon, yep, he won. He's like, we got to play as Blastoise. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see how this registers in about a month from now if he still wants it, maybe. But, yeah, I was just like, all right. It wasn't, I got to say, I don't know if we were off to the best start. Like, I was like, all right. I was drinking my coffee, and I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. So.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Pokken Tournament just never has been a huge thing for me. I don't know why that is.
I think it makes sense because it shouldn't be a huge thing for anybody if you're not a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, it never grabbed me. I had it for 2 weeks from the library as a rental. I never even fired it up.
It's not deep enough. It doesn't have enough story. Like a real good story campaign would be great. Like if you went through like a tournament to become champion or something like that, like with some cutscenes and stuff, that'd be great. If it had more characters, I mean, it's really light. I still like it. I defend it. I've defended against Kevin many times, but I get it. I understand the qualms about it. That's definitely like your 2018 New Year Direct. You don't want to be seeing more Pokken. You're like, wait a second. So.
Well, I'm sure there's a crowd for it that people are excited about it. So hey, more power to them.
There you go.
Let's get back to business here. Kirby.
Mm.
Kirby. Kirby Star Allies was announced way previously, but now we're getting they showed some new abilities for our favorite pink cream puff and what we got? Artist and Spider. Change up Kirby's available moveset, and there'll be a way to mix match abilities when playing with friends in the co-op mode. Game is releasing March 16th.
All right, Michael asks, is this the Kirby game that breaks the trend? And when he was talking to me, he asked me this question. I was thinking he meant more like, is this finally like Kirby's game? Like, do people come out and buy Kirby?
I think we've already had Kirby's game. I think Robobot is probably that. Ooh. I
still feel like Robobot didn't get there. You know, like Nintendo faithful didn't get behind Kirby Robobot.
Yeah.
Like there were some of us that were like, it's really good, and people are like, okay, it's still a Kirby game. Like, is this the one where like people, all right, now we're gonna give Kirby a try again? No. Your answer's no.
My answer's no, because I've played Kirby games back in the day.
Sure.
I enjoyed Kirby games. I don't dislike Kirby, but I just don't see myself getting the game. Co-op sounds fun. I like having co-op. I like having options, but
my impressions from the footage shown was I'm pretty hyped for the game. I think the game looks great. I love that Kirby basically does everything that every Nintendo game does. There's like some Yoshi in there, and there's some Mario in there, and there's like a little Smash, and it's just like mechanics and systems from all these other games that are just like thrown into this Kirby, like melee hodgepodge of stuff. I really think it looked really good. What they shown looked fantastic. And it's going to look great when you bring it home and put it on the screen. Like, I love my daughter did too, like the color splash, like paintbrush with like the paint effects and how it blended with it looked, I'm all for it. Callow in the chat says, Kirby looks great. My kids will love it. Yeah, I'm with there. I'm all for it now. Like, and I was I was always going to get it. That one and Yoshi, Kevin and I were both like, yes, after Robobot, I'm in on Kirby now. But after seeing the footage in today's Direct, I was like, now I'm eagerly anticipating playing it. Now I really want to play it. So, good times for Donnie.
Yeah, it makes sense when you have that. You have the biological built-in co-op factor.
I do. Yes, we do.
that always helps a little bit. Mine is he's still working on those opposable thumb things. He's going to be a while yet. Building on the Kirby, we saw they talked about. They mentioned this game, but then they talked about one other thing. I can't remember. They added it was on a splash screen. I thought something
was
about
it a demo?
It might have been a demo.
There's a demo for the Kirby game on 3DS. Nobody cares. We're moving on. Yeah.
I wish we're moving on, but apparently we're supporting that thing well in 2018. Again, on demos, there is a Dragon Quest Builders demo out now. This is the Minecraft / Dragon Quest RPG mashup. It's on Switch. Donnie, are you in on Dragon Quest Builders?
No, and that's only because I've already bought it and played it quite a bit on PlayStation 4. But I would say it's pretty good. If there's anybody out there that likes Minecraft looking for a new spin on that, I think Lego Worlds is better. But if you're like Dragon Quest, sure, Dragon Quest Heroes is fun. Like, I like the missions and stuff. It's good. I know Kevin immediately downloaded a demo. But that's the only reason. I bought it for like $9 on PlayStation 4 last year, so we still got it.
Okay. All right. I think it's gonna be a hard pass for me, but I'm picky on my stuff, so I just don't get into the building stuff. I can't do. I tried Minecraft. I gotta have like this passion of wanting to make something. And if I could make anything in Minecraft, I guess I would do like the Temple of Doom minecart. That's what my dream thing would be, but that's a lot of effort. So the first hype moment for me with this Direct came right now. Even though I saw Wario posted that he had that whole lineup of everything that was coming, so I kind of already knew it was here, but then seeing it just kind of changed that dynamic for me. Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Coming to the Switch. No firm date yet. We just got spring 2018. So it's got to be sometime in Q2.
It's March 22nd in Japan. So
okay.
I got to think we'll get it in
March or April. Yeah. And this is going to give us all the DLC, all the characters from the Wii U, the 3DS, smashed together, improved resolution, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're doing 1080. Yeah.
And then 1080 on the
dock.
the dock, and I don't remember I don't remember if they said what the frame rate was.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but slightly improved visuals. It's got play in the dock. You can do co-op split screen
On the tablet.
On the tablet.
That's insane.
So, for me, I'm definitely probably picking this up because I had it on the Wii U that I borrowed from my brother. I was going to get it on the 3DS. I never did, and now it's like, well, now it's a no-brainer because I like the Warrior style. I'm just not. I don't think Fire Emblem is good. I just don't have that connection with Fire Emblem to get me pulled into that.
That makes sense.
But I have the affinity for Zelda. There's that love that I have for the Zelda series. Just hearing that music, that rock remix that they have of the typical Zelda theme, just that they play in that trailer, like yes. And I know Tyler had mentioned the other day that he was like, I really wish they had Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. And here we go.
I had to think this one was probably going to come. Like when we got the Fire Emblem Warriors, we're like, all right, they're probably going to port this over. Seth kind of trolled me in the live chat during my live stream. He's like, are you really going to buy this again? Yep, totally am. Going to buy it again.
This is why Nintendo loves us.
Yep, I'm going to buy it again because I don't have the other one anymore. I traded it in.
Yeah.
I had it in the box. My Wii U with my 3 Zeldas. I had Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Hyrule Warriors. My old Wii U. It's not even my Wii U. It's my friend's Wii U. I traded my Wii U in a long time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it was my friend's Wii U. We put it in the box when I got the Scorpio. I took it to GameStop after the Direct today. I was like, all right, down to 2 games left. I got to figure that they'll eventually come over. There's no real reason to keep this box anymore. So, but yeah, I'm definitely getting the definitive edition. I like that it comes with everything. It is still full price. You know, it bothers a lot of people. I saw that on Twitter today. Like, seriously? $60 again? But, you know, still got all the characters, all the maps from every game. That's a pack full game. So I'll be looking forward to do the story again. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing through it. And like I said, it's got all the DLC content, all the missions, characters, like what, 29 characters, I think is what's in there. It's insane.
You know, it's hard. I'm sorry.
I didn't mention that we get the Breath of the Wild themed costumes for Zelda and Link into the game. So
I wonder if they'll even give that thing more DLC. They gave that thing so much DLC. There was so much to it. What I was going to say is they're starting to really push, I think, the limits of it. It kind of, you feel bad for anybody that owned a Wii U and was dedicated to it because they've done these things. But then you also have to remind yourself that Nintendo has sold at least to that people already and is hoping to sell to that many more in the next year. And there's a lot of us that have never played it. Even you, with the Wii U, never really played it. So, I mean, I look forward to it.
I played like the first two missions.
Oh, you're going to have a blast. You're going to have a blast. Good story.
Now, here's the question I'm going to pose right now, a little bit off of wall here. Now we've seen a DX version of this, a DX version of Mario Kart. Do we think there's any chance that there would still be a Smash DX, or are we going to get a legit full-on Smash game?
I Drew By writes the show, and he goes, hey, Nintendo Shack, where's Smash Brothers? At this point, whatever Smash is not a DX or enhanced port. They're going to call it something else.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't know what they're going to do to it, but they're going to do something to it. It's going to have a twist.
I'd be happy if it was the Smash 4 version, because I think that's in my opinion, that's my favorite version of the game. Sorry, Melee haters, well, Melee lovers. I just think it's a more accessible game for a larger, audience of players. So if you take that and build upon that, I'd still be happy with that. But I think we are going to get something more substantial than that. I think we're going to get. Let's face it. I think at this point, if Ice Climbers get ignored again, I think so many people are just. I don't know what it is about those two.
I don't know what they're going to do to it, but they're going to do something big to it. And honestly, having gone this long, I'm starting to wonder if it's even going to be like at E3. I could see us going another year or two without it.
I feel like we would have to see it. Like this type of announcement has to be. It's like an E3 only announcement, right? I don't think you can announce. Do you see them? Would they announce a game like this at a Direct, or is it?
No.
I think it has to be
E3 only. So like if it's not at this E3 this summer, then it's at least like two and a half years away.
Yeah.
I don't know how people are like. How does that sit with you being such a Smash fan? Like, do you think they can keep your attention that long?
Well, they don't have to because now I've got indies that apparently
That's
have
true.
decent enough options. Like I know not everyone shares the love of Brawl Out that I apparently have, but I'm loving that. And I didn't think I would like other platform fighters because Smash is on a pedestal, right? So
Yep.
everything else has so much to live up to with what the quality of game is that Smash is. And when I played Brawlhalla, I was like, if this is what indie platform fighters are gonna be like, no,
No.
this is. But then I took a chance on Brawlout and I love it. We've got another one that's been announced for Switch that's available on PC. I believe it's in early access as well, called Rivals of Aether, and that is basically a 2D pixel art Smash Brothers, like completely flat 2D. And I've heard that's like really good, so I'm looking forward to that. And then there's another platform fighter being developed on PC that's going to be free to play, and that is made by the team that I'm pretty sure that's made by the team that developed Project M, the huge or community project of Brawl. So
Right.
there'll be
you've
things.
got
There'll be
some
things.
stuff.
I've got options, but
Okay.
it would be nice to have mainstream Smash because I know the way I've gotten into Brawl Out and just being able to play on the Switch, I'm gonna get like I thought I was into it on the Wii U, but I'm probably gonna really get into it again. So
Yep. I'd be remiss if I didn't say hello to Fiona, who's in the live chat all the way across from the UK, where it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the
Thanks
morning,
for dropping
toughing
by,
it
Fiona.
out. Just burning that midnight oil.
That's it. All right.
Probably cranking out some reviews. So moving on, we have announced going back to the court, not the basketball court, not the cricket court. I don't even know if they play on a court. I don't follow cricket, but Mario Tennis. We have a new Mario Tennis game, Mario Tennis Aces, coming in spring 2018.
Looks amazing.
I think I'm going to say it looks good. I think I'm really interested in this. I loved Mario Tennis on the 64. Loved it. Was a blast to play. I did not take a chance on the Wii U version because it just looked like junk. And I'm guessing the predominant opinion is it was junk.
It was.
I'm hoping we can twist that. We saw just a little bit of gameplay, but the biggest twist, there's a story mode.
Story mode. Boss battles.
Component to this. So that's awesome. And I think immediately, I'm sure my brain went there. I'm sure yours did as well. Where's our Mario Golf?
Where's golf?
You get a story mode in golf. It's gonna be great. But I think tennis looks good. I think if it has a good, actually has a solid online component to it, because I don't have the chance to play local very often. I'll be all in on this, and then I had to bring it up because we have the chats in our Discord. You should join if you're interested. You can chat with us. Kevin had mentioned that he thought it looked like crap. He thought the textures looked the textures look bad. And I watched when I was watching your reaction video, I looked again. I was like, I don't know where he's getting that opinion from because I think it looks good. So Kevin, we need to talk. I don't understand why you hate it so much.
He had mentioned that the textures looked flat. I don't think he said it looked like crap. I just think he said it looks unpolished.
I got to paraphrase a little bit.
Yeah, I rewatched it at 1080. Like I cranked up the YouTube setting and was like, let me go look at this. And that initial court, that red and blue court that they're on, is flat, but it's like a colored court. Like there would be no texture. The moment they hop into like the jungle and they start throwing down like on the Donkey Kong turf and everything, that game looked really good. I was
Yankee King.
I was all for it, man. I was like, yes. I got so excited I saw the game. I was like, there's story mode. I got a legit campaign. My only thing that I really want to know is going to make people cringe. I kind of want to play with motion controls. I hope I can split those Joy-Cons and have a little fun with the kids that way too, in addition to the standard control scheme.
Wii Sports Tennis was the blast to play like that. So if we could do that with the Joy-Cons, that'd be fun.
Some
because I don't use
yes, Mario Tennis. And then, when I was watching, I was really excited for it, but the entire time I was watching, all I could do was think golf. I was like, this is exactly the Mario Golf game I want. Why am I not getting that game? But yes, Mario Tennis is a must buy. As a matter of fact, I will be pre-ordering that game for sure.
I don't blame you. I think it's I'll definitely I'll wait and see, but I am leaning positive towards return to the tennis courts. This next game, well, let's just go. It's Donnie, hopefully I'm saying this right. YS? Do I say, or do I say Wise?
It's Ease 8.
Okay,
I think.
it's Eve 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. Dana?
Basically Xenoblade, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Except it's a button masher action game, which
yeah.
kind of appealed to me more than Xenoblade.
It's a PC slash Vita slash PS4 RPG that released in 2017, coming to the Switch sometime this summer.
Yep.
Yeah, it does look very Xenoblade.
The story appears very Xenoblade 2-esque. My child thought it was Xenoblade. Like, they were like, is it Xenoblade? It looks a lot like Xenoblade. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. The only really good thing I can say about it, well, not really good thing, is the only thing that I will say about it is it's dropping this summer. It's a good time for a game like that to drop, you know,
yeah.
Get out of any window in particular. It's going to be a meaty, long RPG full of all kinds of RPG things to do. I was excited when I saw the battle in motion because it was more like Xenoblade X. I was like, all right, that's okay. I can't say that I was excited to, like, I'm going to go pre-order that game, but it's something I'll keep my eye on, and if I'm bored or something, it might be one that I grab. But I do think it was hilarious during the Direct. They were like, play Ease, where you can slash things and puncture things. It's like, really? It's just like controls now? We're just, and fist stuff. Like, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah. Yep.
I love it. I love it. So, yeah, we're probably not the best people to ask on this one, but it'll be a hard pass for me. But, hey, it's bringing more RPGs to the box, which I know there's probably a demand for that, especially JRPGs. So we have that. Super Mario Odyssey is getting a free little mini update coming in February. You have to complete the main story to unlock this, but you get to continue your adventures with the help of Luigi. Everyone's like, yes, Luigi's in the game.
No, he's not really. He gives you a balloon.
He's an NPC.
He's Pennywise.
Yes, we all float. So he gives you a balloon. It enables a competitive, as they said in the Direct, basically a speed running with objectives. Essentially, you have to collect the balloons and the levels within a set time limit. Better know the levels well. That's the key to success. Okay, that's great. I don't care.
I mean, I think it's neat. I think it's neat, but it's really like a mini thing, and it's just like, let's get something in here to, you know. I was just like, all right.
It's cool that we kind of always speculated that they'd be doing some sort of DLC for Odyssey, and it's cool that they're bringing some more content.
It's not the kingdom that people want, right? They want extra kingdoms or like a few extra kingdoms.
You know, it'd be interesting now to go back and listen to myself talk about Odyssey when we did our stuff, because I remember being so high on it, and now I'm just kind of like, Odyssey.
Everybody's coming down to the Donnie normal.
That's right. In addition, we have some new outfits. Well, 3 new outfits. The Sunshine Shades, which is modeled after the Super Mario Sunshine. He's got like glasses and some weird outfit. The musician hat plus outfit, so you look like one of the New Donk City musicians. And he has like a full knight armor, plate mail type deal with helmet. So there you go. Oh, and there's new filters for the camera mode.
Gotta get that photo.
I did that a lot. I think I took 2 pictures. Maybe. Moving on, we have some fighting games. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy.
I feel bad, listeners, if you're like, yes, this, I don't know what that is. I wasn't intrigued by what I saw.
It's like King of Fighters, but tag. I don't know, but then you use, what did he say? It was like, use the special whatever move.
And it was like dream
power.
Yeah.
This isn't for me. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Battles focus entirely on the female fighters from SNK's various fighting game series. In addition, the Neo Geo game Art of Fighting 2 is available today.
There's so many fighting games on Switch.
And Nintendo eShop. Yeah, too
we
many.
Don't need anymore.
All these old Neo Geo.
We have all the old Neo Geo. We have like every Street Fighter. Like we've Pokken and just too many Brawl. It's just
Why are we getting another Street Fighter collection though? Why? I don't. I guess I don't. I'm not big on 2D fighters. I liked Tekken back in the day, but so there you go. You got this weird tag team thing, and there's that. We have Mario and Rabbids getting DLC coming in spring, adding Donkey Kong So again, more Donkey Kong love during this direct in a way. Available this spring. Yeah, the DLC release. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't see the other point I want to make. So yeah, I don't think they really showed anything else. We just got Donkey Kong's becoming as a new playable character. I think it showed some new enemies, and I think maybe some new maps. Kind of look like something.
Yeah,
like
he'll get his little
tropical themed and
stuff. Yeah,
I should say, and
we all knew that was coming. More. Yeah, we called Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I like it. I like the addition of Donkey Kong. I probably might get me to pick up the game again. I was actually thinking about trading that game in, so I guess I'll hold on to it for a bit longer now. Nope, not yet. Probably the thing I'm least excited about in this direct was this next item, Payday 2. I just
see, you're the co-op guy. You love multiplayer co-op.
I am I am the co-op guy. I like shooters, and this would be great on the Switch. But I tell you what, I played this game enough on PC, and I'm just like, no.
Is it any good, or just not a good game?
It's going to depend on who you're playing with.
Okay,
100%, because it's 4 players. Like it, if you play it, there's different ways you can play this. So you're typically you're four guys trying to pull off a heist of some sort, and it was fun to try to go in there and like always try to pull off the heist without getting like detected at all. Sneak in, subdue, don't get the cops alerted, because then you just got to shoot your way out. It was fun because you had. Using voice chat, which is key to this game. So again, that's a problem on the Switch.
Wow. Can you play it by yourself? Like, is it possible?
Yeah, you can have. Yeah, you can have. I'm pretty sure you can have. If I remember right, the AI can control the teammates, but it's definitely meant to be played with.
I still think they'll garner some interest because again, they are like the first game with guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to garner interest because the first game with like more of a mature theme, a shooter theme. So we have a firm release date now. Again, February 27th. In addition, there will be a timed exclusive new character on the Switch. The Japanese computer whiz named Joy will be available first on Switch. I think I just played it. It was fun for a bit on PC, and then we just got burned out, and I think that was the problem there. So it definitely fills a niche that we don't have on the Switch right now. So I think it'll be successful a bit because of that. So I'm just sour on it. I'm just salty, Donnie.
I got you. I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah. Then we have EA giving us 2 little hits here. First up is it Faye?
Now, all right. So Faye is EA's original little indie thing, but it's built by Zoink.
Yep. So that's the saving grace right there.
It is the saving grace. Now I'm interested in this game.
I am as well.
I don't. It's going to be review dependent on it. Like if I can get a decent review that can kind of convey to me either like a couple things, either the challenge or the story. If it's a rewarding story. Or a challenging platformer, I think I'm in it. And like the comparisons I would give you, and I think they're worthy comparisons because when I watch the game, I get feelings of both. If it's something like Journey, I'm in. If it's something like Ori, I'm in. If it's a blend of both, I'm in. It's only $20. It looks really good. It just kind of
makes it easy to kind of jump in and take a risk. So.
Yeah, the only thing I've really seen it do is like hop up on ledges. Like I need to know, like I get it, like you call and like the plants move, but it's like, what else are we doing, or what's the motivation of what we're doing? If it's good, I'm gonna get this game.
Yeah, they talk about using the Joy-Con as well to do some motion stuff. So it definitely has some sort of mechanic there that
there's got to be something. I feel like they're holding it.
Haven't seen yet
because I actually went and watched some gameplay today because I wanted to know. I was like, I think I want to play this game, and I started watching some of the gameplay demos that they've done, and I watched the ones they did at PSX and the IGN first, and they keep showing like the same thing. Kind of feels like Journey. It's like there's something there that they just
to the chest.
Yeah, they don't want you to see it yet. So intrigued.
And then February 16th we get that, so we don't have just about a month away. We'll find out. And they also showed a game that was, I don't remember where I saw this on it. I feel like it was like an indie reel or something else called Celeste, which is coming out January 25th. It is a 2D pixel platformer. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty interesting. She has like, there's some sort of stamina mechanic for her to climb the walls, and she has like this midair dash. Don't know much else I can say about it beyond that. But it looks kind of cool. I like the art style. I know.
I'm reaching that Kevin realm where all of these games are really starting to blend together.
Yes.
And I could use some separation. I'm like, all right now. Okay, like you had me with the first dozen. And even the second dozen, I was like, all right, I'll get the good ones. But after like 5 dozens of these things, like, all right now, let's get somebody doing something that looks a little different here. I feel like there's 100 of these games.
I can see that.
Yeah, I just kind of tuned out.
I'm guessing like what? It's probably $15, $10.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. So that's my prediction on that. And then out of nowhere, probably another, I don't know, for me, I guess another high point of the Direct. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is coming to Switch. May the 4th be with you.
Yes. One of my favorite Wii U games.
This is a good one because what makes like the most sense about it, not many people played this.
That's true.
I mean, I was lucky enough I got it as a Club Nintendo reward, so I got it for free. But unfortunately, it was so late in the Wii U lifespan, I was kind of getting pulled in other directions. My interest on the Wii U was fading because I knew Switch was coming, and I just barely touched it. So I'm definitely going to jump in and experience this game again on Switch. But now we have a new character, Funky Kong.
Funky Kong
just joined in the mix because the game was too hard for some people. So now we got Funky Kong.
Too hard for me. I couldn't beat it.
You can surfboard your way across everything.
I tried, man. I couldn't beat it. I played a lot of that game. I got pretty far though. I really loved that game, and I can't wait to play it again. I think maybe in portable mode it might lean to play it more. It's so beautiful and it's so like well designed, and it is challenging. It's tough. It's hard. So I like the inclusion of Funky Kong. When you get to that boss battle, you just can't get through on your first 10 tries. Get your little Funky Kong out. Go get your way through so you can keep playing the game. Maybe this time I'll finish it.
I think you just got our episode title.
Get your Funky Kong out. NOS Jacob 73 writes in, does all this new DKC announcements mean there is more new Donkey Kong on the way? If they're releasing his stuff, he has to be on Nintendo's minds. Jacob, come on, man. Donkey Kong was never a threat of being put on the shelf. This isn't Icarus. All right, we're not talking about F-Zero here. Donkey Kong. Of course, there's a new Donkey Kong and everything. Multiple Donkey Kongs.
64 remake.
Oh, no. But yes, we'll definitely get a new Donkey Kong game. But in the meantime, I am happy to sit back and play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. That game's so good. And as a friend of ours on Twitter wrote, and I won't say it because it uses profanities, but hey, everybody out there, buy it this time, like please. I think on the Wii U it suffered from there are too many 2D platformers fate. Like it came in like this long string of like constant 2D platformers. Like every character had a 2D platformer. Maybe now that this one's coming out, like kind of in this window, maybe it'll get a little more run. So
yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, I hopefully maybe they'll use this as a measuring stick too, and I'm sure it's going to sell better on the Switch than it did on the Wii U. And maybe they're going to use this as a measuring stick to say, hey, maybe it's time to get some more Donkey King. I'd be okay with that because playing Donkey Kong Country on the SNES. See what I did there? Yeah. The Super NES Classic was really fun. So I would love to. And plus we have co-op on this one, which is a nice twist. You need to break off the Joy-Con, just do it. So again, May 4th, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So buy it. And then the one last announcement.
Da, 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 da. It surprised everybody.
Yeah, everyone was shocked. There's a burning embers and a fire. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, it's a campfire. It's Dark Souls. Coming May 25th, we have Dark Souls Remastered coming to the Switch.
And it's coming everywhere, but it's coming to Switch too. So the good thing to say about this is one of those third-party games that's coming day and date with its other parties. This is an interesting one because I've never played a Souls or a Bloodstained or Bloodborne or whatever.
I've played it for about 30 minutes on the 360. I had it for Games with Gold back in the day. It's unforgiving. It is so unforgiving.
It always just sounded like a game I would not want to play. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do that at all.
I kind of want to challenge myself to it a little bit, but I just don't know if I don't know if I just want to be miserable. I don't know if I think when I saw a tweet today, it's somewhere going to be between $40 and $50. So not quite full price, but practically.
It's 40. I'm sorry.
It's
yeah,
40?
It's 40. Okay. I shared that in the thing. It's 40. So if you're on the Best Buy or the Amazon thing, I mean, you're getting it for like $32. At $32, I'm almost even tempted to even try it. I'm like,
if I want to get a game to just make myself miserable, I'll just play Star Fox Zero again.
So I presume that at some point in that game, you feel like a boss, and it's probably like super awesome, right? Like that. Yeah. There's got to be like that master trial like moment, or no? Because we died a lot in that game too.
Like this game is like, I don't know. I haven't played enough of it, so I can't poo-poo on it. I just it's gonna be tough, and you got to master your techniques and get, and I'm sure once you do, and you get that, when everything's click, I'm sure it feels great. I saw a comparison. I think that it's gonna be, I think it was 1080 docked.
I think it's 1080 30 docked.
Yep. 30. It was 30. Everything else is 60 frames per second, but on the Switch it's 30 frames. But you get 1080 dock, 720 handheld. It includes whatever DLC came out.
Yeah, all the DLC, all the packs that came with it. I'm interested to see if it sells well. Like, yeah, because all right, so like it's a good game, because Dark Souls games, even though they've become somewhat popular, like they've never like sold tons. This isn't like your big hit at retail game. So I think that makes it a good fit for the Switch, in the sense that like they probably aren't expecting to move tons of units to begin with. But I'm interested to see like if the Dark Souls fan base out there would pick the Switch version over the other ones. That'll be interesting. It'll be like our first real market test.
Yeah. I think the portability aspect will be a cool thing for some people, you know, to be able to play on the go or just play in more than one situation.
I just have to see if there's anything worth playing in May. Like if I've got nothing to do, maybe, but I can't say this one's up there on my list.
Yeah. It's so funny because when we were first chatting about what the Direct might have, and it was rumored there's gonna be ports, and I remember thinking, great ports. And then two of the games I'm most excited about are ports.
Yeah, this was a port Direct. It was just like tons of ports. And it's worth mentioning that Kotaku kind of spoiled the party, going live this morning at 6 a.m. saying, hey, Dark Souls Remastered, it's going to be in the Direct today, and it's coming. Nobody was hyped at that time. Everybody was like, oh, okay, here's Dark Souls. And that was kind of like their last minute thing. And I think it's cool that, it's the first time that, Dark Souls or that a game like that's been on a Nintendo platform. And again, that nice third-party support From Software, coming over to Switch.
Yeah.
I do have a question, and now that we're kind of wrapping up, I think it's a good place to do this. So, thoughts on the this? I'm sorry, this comes from Burn at Dante's Belmont on Twitter. Great follow, by the way. He goes, thoughts on the mini direct today? How do you feel with the zero warning? Do you appreciate the surprise, or do you prefer the hype of waiting?
I can go both ways, because with this particular instance, the internet did everything it needed to like hype this up. I mean, if there wasn't, I've already said this, if there wasn't a direct today, I would have been perfectly fine, because it was just so much fun watching not only the community troll themselves, but then Nintendo coming out and having flaming Chibi Robo picture, and then
that was so epic. That was so great.
And then who had the first response? It was Capcom does a fireman or flame man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sega has a Sonic thing, and then Doom posts a picture, and they just there's weird rabbit holes of trolling and all this stuff happens. That was just fun to just take a seat, grab my popcorn, and just watch it. But I did like the stealth drop. It was kind of a fun thing. With that said, though, it is always more fun when you know it's coming and you can do all these predictions and lead up to it. And
we can prep for it. If you're doing blogs or videos or anything like that, you can prep for it.
And it's cool to be able to get together with people and watch it, at the same time. And what you can't do when they're just like, when they kind of blind release. So I guess in that point, I will say I kind of like it when we know it's coming a little more.
He then asks, from the games that were announced, which ones are you getting, and which ones would you like to see get amiibo support or amiibos like within the games? I gotta think Kirby gets amiibo.
Yeah, I would think Kirby does.
I think it'd be cool if Mario Tennis got like support, at least with those amiibo cards that they did on 3DS last year. But I don't know if
I could see that getting support, but I don't see us getting any amiibo.
Right, and I don't know if they're going to push like a Donkey Kong. I mean, we already have Donkey Kong amiibo, so I don't think we
might see some support in some way, like health.
It's the first direct in a long time we haven't heard amiibo.
That's true.
I wonder if it's a move away.
Well, I don't know how much it costs them to like actually construct, like to manufacture it with all the the design and everything that goes behind it, but I feel like they got to sell a crap ton of every single one they push out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I gotta get that shovel. I gotta buy those Shovel Knight amiibo, Donnie.
Speaking of that, I get that shovel. I got a guy. You make cards, man. So go ahead.
I don't. Yeah. That's all I can't think. Dark Souls amiibo.
That'd be awesome. I would say that the thoughts on the direct overall. I know there are a lot of people that were left down. It was very port heavy. A lot of the ports I'm getting most of these. I'm getting Hyrule Warriors. I'm getting Donkey Kong. Not only am I getting them, I'm getting them with excitement and can't wait to play them. So I think it was a good direct. Overall, I think my tweet today was, if the direct is graded, like if a successful direct is graded based on the amount of games you're going to buy, then this is pretty successful. Like I'm probably going to get Faye. Like of the games, I'm pretty sure I'm getting Mario Tennis, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Hyrule Warriors, Faye. I already have Kingdom Battle. Probably going to get The World Ends With You. Maybe. Like, I'm intrigued to that one. I might get that one. So I mean, that's a good amount of games from the ones they've shown.
Yeah, I'm in on at least 4. Well, definitely 2, possibly 4, depending on tennis and Faye. Other than the other one, so maybe 5 even. So I'm in for something that I didn't think I'd be too into. I mean, they showed me a lot there that I'm going to be interested in. I think it was a nice little start to 2018. I mean, I'm really excited for when we get a full-blown direct.
So that's the interesting thing, because even though this direct had so much we didn't know, there's still games out there that we did know that we were expecting that we didn't see. We didn't see Yoshi or Fire Emblem. We didn't see Runner 3, even though it got dated on Amazon for April. So like that falls in this window, and they didn't do anything. So you had mentioned that there's an interesting trend that follows the mini directs.
Yeah, there was it got shared on one of the Discord servers I'm on, but someone on Reddit had done some research and posted an article, and it showed anytime they've done a mini direct within like 24 calendar days, we've seen a full-blown direct announced and air. Sometimes it was like less than a week, and it was numbers going back to like 2013. Going back and comparing dates and everything. So it'd be interesting, especially what you mentioned, Runner. Be kind of key. We're going to see another direct, see a full-blown direct, and then with something with another with the Nindies showcase inside of it. Where's Shakedown Hawaii?
Right. Yeah. There's still games out there. Wargroove. I mean, we're still waiting on games.
Quite a few games from that list.
Yeah, there's definitely things to play, new things to play for those of you that don't want to play anything you might have played before. There's plenty of new stuff that's coming. I'd be interested in seeing that article and wondering how they determine like mini directs, because I think in this regard, in the direct in the style which we had today, I only really count that 3DS mini direct where a Majora got dropped, right? With Tamagotchi Life and all that, like as a mini direct. I know we've had other directs like per game, but I don't know if they called them mini directs. I don't think it matters.
I don't remember what classified. I don't know what technically they were.
I'm not expecting another direct soon, but I wouldn't surprise me at all if we got a direct in March or April, because I definitely don't think. I did not begin 2018 thinking that Fire Emblem and Yoshi were holiday titles. It'd be interesting to see if they are, though, because that would probably, I think that would upset some fans, because I think they were kind of hoping not only to get those games, but to have other things fill in the holiday calendar. But if those games don't show up until E3, that'll be very, very telling. Their development cycles might be catching up to them. One thing that I did want to kind of broach for a conversation, we still got a little time. Nintendo could very well be running into that PlayStation area where they might have to be careful with how much first-party content they drop to make sure that they leave room and space for the indies and third parties to sell, to make money, right? Like if they dropped, an Odyssey and a Fire Emblem Warriors and a Breath of the Wild, if they kept last year's pace, they could have very well run into a situation where people can't make money because instead of buying their games, they keep buying Nintendo games. Nintendo could be holding.
Yeah.
We also didn't see Wolfenstein, and that's supposed to be a spring game. That's what they said. So, like, there's still games on the way, plenty of games. But I was thinking that earlier. I was like, I wonder if they're just holding, like a Yoshi and a Fire Emblem announcement. Maybe they feel like they don't need to put it out in the spring based on
Metroid Prime's like got to be almost done, right?
No. I was thinking that games are actually almost done, but
2019.
Because the more you sell, right? Like the more they sell, the more partnerships they're going to garner. The more people are going to want to put their games on Switch. So Nintendo can't just keep flooding it with first-party content because then games don't sell and third parties go away. And I say that Sony because you see that with Sony, right? Basically for the past 3 years, Sony's vacated the fall. They basically just get out of holiday. They're like, here's your one game and we'll see you in the spring. And they just kind of let third parties carry them through the fall. And I've talked about it with Kyle. It's genius because they've got every third party puts their game on a PlayStation. And I think that goes a long way. It's like PlayStation kind of uses their stable to like fill in the gaps. They're like, nobody's putting anything out now, so we will. And it'd be very interesting to see if maybe Nintendo's running into that. I mean, dude, they're already almost Wii U lifetime. I mean, they're crushing it. So there could be some of that. Maybe, like I'm thinking like maybe Yoshi is April and they just don't want to say it because they want people to think about buying other games for a while. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem Nintendo's had, right? They're cannibalizing their own franchises with these rapid release. Everyone's talked about what happened with ARMS and Splatoon 2, but they've had so many of their first party lines just
right
after another. So it's like, why am I going to buy? There's probably a game that people would have took a chance on, but they'd rather get this other game more, and they can't buy. They just don't have the budget to buy both. So one or the other.
What even mentioned Bayonetta? Bayonetta's out in February, like very much in this window. They didn't even say it. They didn't even talk about it. So it's like, even if they're not like moving their lineup around, it does seem like they're very much trying to keep their marketing focused on different games. So, which is good. It's good business.
The business is good right now if you're Nintendo.
Even though there's a lot of Twitter fans that are like, I don't care about these games. I buy Nintendo for Nintendo games. There's still a lot of those people out there. So,
well, yeah,
that's why I bring it up.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes left. I got one last question if you want to burn it.
Oh, let's do it.
Tim asks, Shaq, what are your resolutions in 2018?
Are we talking like actual resolution or these gaming resolutions?
Any, both? We didn't get to do it. It's January 11th, and I didn't get on any of the New Year's shows, so I was busy, so I'm not sure.
I've never really set resolutions.
Goals.
But like we didn't like make these as resolutions, but like my wife and I haven't made efforts for like, okay, we're gonna, not that we ever ate poorly, but we're like, okay, we're gonna eat a little better. Like our biggest thing is now we're like, we actually look at labels and we say, okay, serving size is this. So like for instance, she gave me like, I had these chicken wings things, and she's like, okay, instead of you getting half the bag, you get your 6 wings and then sides of fruits, and we do things like that because we, our son, he's coming up on almost 10 months now. He's eating a lot of solid foods. He eats everything that we eat. So we want to eat healthier foods to feed him. Trying to exercise more. We've challenged each other. We each do 50 push-ups a day. That's what we're doing right now.
Look at the laces getting down. Wow.
Yeah, doing that. And then I actually, for the first time since I left my previous job, it'll be 3 years this spring, I have a gym membership again. So I'm going to start going back to the gym. So I guess, 2018 is getting a little healthier, getting more staying active for our son, and so those are probably, I guess if I had resolutions, that's what those would be.
Those are really good ones. Kevin mentioned,
which is why I have water here instead of a nice delicious beer.
Kevin mentioned last night on the PSVG pod that his resolution is he wants to beat more games in 2018. So I'm going to go the opposite approach, and I'm going to say I want to beat less games in 2018. That's my gaming resolution is I want to enjoy my games more.
There you go.
Not to say I didn't enjoy them last year, but
yeah,
dude, I lined them up and knocked them down last year. I got to say,
I probably completed more games last year than I ever did, and that's just thanks to the portability of the Switch. But
I was just crushing some games for a while, so at this point, I'm like, I kind of want to just sit down and really chew on some games. I'd like to beat Persona. I think starting to get the itch to do that one. Like I might do that one.
I got a challenge for you.
What's that?
I want you to beat Xenoblade.
No. I just no. I liked Persona, moved on because it was so long. I didn't really. No, I'm good with that one. My wife and I are also doing the health thing. I think I'm going to get an elliptical. I've been thinking about it. I've been doing.
Nice.
Once I start looking up prices, it's pretty much a done deal. Like at some point, I'll pull the trigger. But yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. It's just been difficult with the schedule. But now things are starting to lighten up a bit. So we're going to do that too. Do you have any gaming resolutions?
I got like 10 pounds since the baby came. I'd like to get rid of. So, not really, because I don't have. I guess I could say, I want to play through my backlog, but I'm never going to touch a bunch of my PC games again.
More in 2018.
That would be a good one. Or actually play Xbox. Period.
Play your Xbox honestly, in 2018 at some point in time.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. I'm hoping, with something like when Sea of Thieves comes out, something like that, that's going to be like the driving force to actually get me into that seat. I guess one thing that I guess I consider the resolution I want to do is we've talked about it and I've always wanted to. I'm finally jumping into console streaming. So I got an Elgato. It's coming next week.
Appearing on the PSVG YouTube soon.
That's right.
Watch out, world.
Streaming Brawl Out 24/7. Let's go.
Dude, I can't wait to watch you just own.
Challenge. I challenge everyone. Challenge everyone.
All right. That's it.
There we go. So there's our resolutions. There's our resolutions. That's going to wrap up Nintendo Shack. Please check out the other shows we have on the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network. Not just the Shack. We have, PSVG proper. We've got the OT. We've got Bored with Video Games. We've got Early Morning Gamer. We got so many things for you to enjoy. We got flavors. It's like Baskin Robbins of podcasts. We got 99 flavors. So you should enjoy them all. Feel free to check out the website. You can follow Donnie and myself on Twitter. We banter a lot. We share a lot of GIFs. We talk.
Yeah, we do.
We insult each other. It's a good time. And you should join our Discord. That's a good time as well.
Speaking of the Discord, this weekend Splatfest.
Oh, that's right.
Tyler and I have been debating or talking and discussing how we would want to do like a stream night. And I've always wanted to kind of use the powers of the streaming PC to not only stream my game, but like live stream other people live chatting with me during it, like with webcams. Mm-hmm. We're gonna try to do that with the Splatfest this weekend. I'm thinking we're gonna lean on Hangouts. I like the idea of Hangouts because the idea is that I can take a link and put it in our chat in Discord, and anybody that comes through that day can like hop in like directly right into our live stream. Yeah. Whether they just want to come hang out for a moment, whether they want to play with us or not, but they can just like, if we do like an automatic invite and we put it in the Nintendo Shack, like you could hop in for 10 minutes, Kevin could hop in for 10 minutes, Kyle could, anybody could just pop in. Who knows? Maybe Coach Mo will boot up Splatoon. I don't think so, but who knows? He might. So I want to offer that, I want to extend that invite out there, folks. If you want to come play some Splatfest with Team PSVG, we're looking forward to doing that Saturday night. And if you come join our Discord, you might even be able to pop into the live stream with your own webcam and do some nice, fun live chatting. So
there you go. Invitations open. Splatfest this weekend. Action versus comedy. Step up to the plate.
That's it.
There you go. So that is going to do it for Nintendo Shack. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Good night, Koopalings.